નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી.
Hello students, today we will study about the section formula, right? This is the topic of standard 10, chapter number 7, coordinate geometry. So in this chapter mainly three formulas are there. First one that we have already studied, that is the distance formula. This is the second formula that we have to study today. So let us first of all understand what is the meaning of this section formula, right? So suppose there is a straight line and one point is there on the straight line, like we have taken the straight line AB, and there is one of the point P is in between A and B, so that all the points A, P and B are collinear. Now this point P is now dividing the straight line into the two parts. One is AP, second one is PB. Now it is not compulsory, it is not necessary that the point P will be the midpoint of A and B. Now think about what will happen if P is the midpoint of AB. Then the P will divide the line segment AB into two equal parts. Like AB is of 10 centimeter, then AP and PB both are of equal length of 5 centimeter. Right? So now that means what? That P divides the AP into the two equal parts. Now it is not compulsory in every case that whatever the point P on the line segment AB divides the line into the two equal parts. Maybe it is possible that P is on line AB such that AP portion is double that of the PB portion. Is it possible? Yes. So when P is the midpoint, the ratio of AP to PB is 1:1. But now currently we are deriving this section formula. In this case we don't know what is the ratio this AP to PB. So let us assume that this AP is M1 and the PB is M2. That is why we have write down here AP upon PB ratio of PA to PB. PA to PB is equals to M1 upon M2. Right? Okay. Because we don't know where the point P is, but it is confirmed that P is on the line segment AB. So this is now what? This is the point A. Let's suppose its coordinates are x1, y1. This is the point B, and let's suppose its coordinates are x2, y2. And the point P, which divides the line segment into the two parts, the coordinates of this point is, let's suppose, xy. So this is what the main diagram is, the line segment, these 3 points, the points on all the coordinates. Right? Now, how we can find out that what is the x and y, what is the value of x and y? So that value x and y, when we derive, then that value of x and y is called the section formula. So how we can derive that? So let us start by drawing the perpendicular lines from the point A, P and B. When we draw the perpendicular line to the x-axis from the point A, that line will be the AR. From point P we have drawn a perpendicular line segment, that is PS, and from point B we have drawn a perpendicular line segment, that is BT. So AR, PS and BT all are the perpendicular to this x-axis. In the same way, now draw PC and AQ line segments. PC and AQ line segments, and that PC and AQ are parallel to the x-axis, or we can say that they are the perpendicular to the y-axis. Right? So this is what we have to make a little bit of the construction. Right? Only have to draw perpendicular lines and parallel lines to the x-axis. So this is what the diagram need to say us, right? Okay, so now here you can notice that there two triangles are constructed. One is this one, and one is this one. One triangle here constructed is PAQ, and second one is BPC. Two triangles are constructed here. You can also notice that this angle is a right angle, this angle is a right angle. In both the triangle, one angle is of right angle, and as this line intersect both these parallel lines, and this angle and these angles are also equal, right? That angles are called the consecutive angles. So both these angles are equal, that you have already studied in standard 9. So these angles are also equal. So when in two triangles, two angles are equal, then we can say that by angle similarity criteria, triangle PAQ is similar to triangle BPC. And according to this similarity condition, according to this similarity criteria, now we can write down that PA according side of PAQ triangle, we have to take the same according side in the triangle BPC. So PA side, according side in the triangle PAB is PB. So PA upon BP is equals to AQ upon PC is equals to PQ upon BC. This is what we can write down as the two triangles are similar. We can write down when two triangles are similar, right? So now PA and PB or PA and BP, that we have value here. PA is M1 and this ratio we have, and PB is M2. Now we have to find out the AQ, PC, PQ and BC. So let us find out the value of AQ. Now see, what is AQ? AQ means AQ and RS are equal because ARSQ is a rectangle. So AQ and RS are equal length. So we have to find out RS. See, AQ and RS are equal. So how we can find out RS? RS means OS minus OR. From OS, if we subtract OR, then what will remain? RS. So we can write down AQ is equals to RS is equals to OS minus OR. And OS is what? See, O to S distance is what? See, from this here we have taken a point P, which X coordinate value is X. P point is at a X distance from the origin. That means this S point is also at a X distance from the origin. So OS distance is what? X. In the same way, OR. R means this point A. A point is at a distance of x1 from the origin on the x-axis. So this point and this point are on the same line. So R point is also at a x1 distance from the origin. So OR we can write down as a x1. Understand this thing? Okay. Now in the same way we can write down the PC. PC is equals to ST. PC is equals to ST, and ST means what? OT minus OS. From OT, if we subtract OS, what will remain? ST. So PC is equals to ST is equals to OT minus OS. And OS, what is OT? OT means the x coordinate of this point, that is x2. And SOS means the point coordinate of this point P, x coordinate, that is x. So here we get x2 minus x. Right? In the same way, now we can write down the PQ. PQ is what? PS minus SQ. PS minus QS. PS minus QS. And what is PS? PS means the y coordinate of this point, because this point is on the how much far from the x-axis, or how much far from the y-axis. How much far from the y-axis? That is y. So here we have to write down PS as a y. In the same way, QS. Now QS. This point is QS. This point is how much far from the y-axis? That is y1. Right? How much on the y-axis? far from the origin y1. So here we can write down OS is equals to y1. So here we get PQ is equals to y minus y. In the same way we can write down BC. BC is equals to BT minus CT. So BT, the distance BT. How we can write down BT? BT minus CT. BT is what we can write down as y2 because it is at a distance y2 and this CT is up to y. CT is up to y distance, right? So in this way we get all these values. Okay? Okay, so let us now put all these values in equation number 1. So here we have PA upon PB is what? M1 upon M2. AQ is what? X minus X1. PC is what? X2 minus X is equals to PQ is what? Again Y minus Y1 and BC is what? Y2 minus Y, that is Y2 minus Y. So here we have three equalities, right? This equals to this and this equals to this. All three what we have are all equal. So now we will compare one by one this one with M1 M2 and this one with M1 upon M2. So when we compare M1 upon M2 and X minus X1, X2 minus X, then what will happen? Now when we multiply this X2 minus X with M1, we will get M1 into X2 minus M1 into X, that is equals to M2 into X minus M2 into X1. Now take all the terms which has X to the right hand side and other to the left hand side. So M1 X2 minus this M2 X1 is minus. So when we take it to the left hand side, it will become plus. So here we get M1 X2 plus M2 X1. This M2X is already there. By taking this term to the right hand side, it will become plus. So from this two, we get the value, we get X as a common. So by taking X as a common, what will remain in the bracket? M1 plus M2, and right hand side we can write down these terms as it is. Now by taking this M1 M2 to the right hand side, now this will go in the denominator. So X we get here X, by making X as a subject, we get X is equals to M1 X2 plus M2 X1 upon M1 plus M2. This is we get the value of X. And what is X? See, we suppose X as the coordinate of the point P. X coordinate of the point P, which divides the line segment AB in some portion. Right? Okay, now compare this M1 M2 with this portion. So M1 upon M2 is equals to Y minus Y1 upon Y2 minus Y. So when we multiply this with M1, we get M1 Y2 minus M1 Y is equals to M2 Y minus M2 Y1. Again in the same way, take all the terms with M to the right hand side and others to the left hand side. So M1 Y2 plus M2 Y1. M2 M1 Y1, this minus is now become plus, and M2 Y as it is. Again take the Y common from both this term, we get in the bracket M1 plus M2 is equals to M1 Y2 plus M2 Y1. Now by making Y as a subject, we get M1 Y2 plus M2 Y1 upon M1 plus M2. This is what we get the Y coordinate of this point P. So we can write down P of xy is equals to x coordinate value, that is M1 X2 plus M2 X1 upon M1 plus M2. Y coordinate value is M1 Y2 plus M2 Y1 upon M1 plus M2. So you can notice that in both the coordinate, the denominator is same, M1 plus M2. Right? So this formula is called the section formula, because this P divide the line segment AB into two sections, right? But in which portion, in which proportion, in which ratio, that we don't know. That is M1 and M2. So whenever we have given the values of x1, x2, xy, x1, x2, then we can find out the value of M1 and M2. We can find out this ratio M1, M2. So this is all about the section formula. Understand? Okay. This is all about this lecture. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.